Welcome everyone to Worth It or Not. I'm your host Scottish Warrior 92, and today's Worth It or Not, I'm going to be answering the simple question: is Batman Arkham Origins worth it or not? Try saying worth it or not in that many sense that many times in one sentence. Welcome everyone, welcome clan. So I've made it no secret that one of my favourite series of games is the Batman Arkham games. I've made it no secret. I absolutely love the Arkham Asylum. I absolutely adore Arkham City. I've even done a Let's Play of it, and my Let's Play just shows how much I love that. I just love the character of Batman. Batman is probably the first superhero, well, not even superhero, first hero I was ever introduced to. To my knowledge, it was either Batman or Spider-Man. I can't remember one of the two. Superman was not that far after, I can tell you that right now, but Batman was the first one that I really enjoyed, really liked. And I'm talking like the Tim Burton, I'm talking like the Batman animated series Batman. In fact, I love Batman so much that I spent years tracking down one of these. This is the Batman animated series. This is the Batman I was introduced to. The full animated series is here, which I highly recommend. If no one has ever seen, if you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. I absolutely love Batman. I love the first Tim Burton Batman film. Not a big fan of the second Tim Burton Batman film. I'm okay with one out of the two Schumacher films. You know what one. And I like the first two Nolan Batman movies. I really do. I'm not even going to talk about the last one, but that shows how much I love this character. I know this character pretty well. So as it is, that's why I love the Arkham games so much as well, because of how loyal they are to the character. And Rocksteady did an absolutely fantastic job when they did that, and it's made no secret that I've made no secret that I think they are the greatest licensed game developers out there so far. It's very difficult to do that with a character, especially Batman. Now, when the news came out that Rocksteady weren't going to do the next game in the Arkham series, which was Batman Arkham Origins, I was very skeptical, like everyone else. I was like, really, like, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to feel right not having Rocksteady make the game. But understandably that they are a developer and they are working on other projects. Rumours saying that they're working on the next in the Arkham series, which Kevin Conroy himself has even confirmed, by the way, apparently. Or they're working on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that they will license today. Either way, I'm okay with them taking their time to work on that. But understandably, Warner Brothers would like another Arkham game out there, so Warner Brothers Montreal came along, and they said that they'd make an Arkham game. So Rocksteady gave them their blessing. Rocksteady gave them everything that they would need to make an Arkham game, and that's basically how Arkham Origins came to be. Now, of course, I will go quickly over the story quickly. The story is basically this is based in year 2 of Batman. They can't do year 1 because year 1's already a graphic novel and a very good film in my opinion. And it's set during the second year of Batman's career. Basically, he's not as experienced. He's still a little bit rough around the edges. He doesn't. The GCPD do not trust him. And Jim Gordon is not Commissioner Gordon, and we don't have any other Batman stable characters like Robin, Batgirl. We don't have Oracle in this game. We've only got Alfred. And he's coming up against, and this is his first time going up against people like the Joker. This is his first encounter with the Joker in the Arkhamverse. And also with characters like Bane, Firefly, Copperhead. It's his first real major thing. And the story is that Black Mask has put a bounty on Batman's head of $50 million to kill him in one night. And that night happens to be Christmas Eve. Because what says more Christmas than hiring assassins to kill your arch enemy? Yeah, trust me, it makes sense in the story. And you as Batman must stop these assassins, basically. Now, I'm going to say that a lot of the assassins aren't main objectives. A lot of the assassins are actually side missions and all. If you want me to be honest, you don't have to do every assassin in the entire game. You only do the ones that are involved in the story, and you're fine. Well, from a game standpoint, but most of the side missions are the other assassins, like Deadshot, Lady Shiv. I know a lot of the assassins you got away are known staples of the DC verse, like Killer Croc, Deathstroke, Deadshot, Firefly. He's not a lot known, but he is known as mostly to Batman people. I have no idea who Lady Shiv is, and I had never heard of the Electrocutioner beforehand. You also go up against a couple other Batman villains, like Mad Hatter makes his return, which fucking love the Mad Hatter, by the way. There's also a couple of cameos from the Calendar Man and a few others here or there. Nothing major. There are a couple of villains that I wish were in this. I really wish Poison Ivy and all that, but this is year 2 Batman, so understandably there aren't a lot of the Batman villains. You know, even Harley Quinn isn't even in this in her way. I'm not going to say sentence, but it's not a spoiler. But yeah, so that's basically the plot of the story, and you as Batman must go around and all that. Now, I'll say this quickly, as it says, Arkham City was big. Arkham City was big, and I'm going to say this right now. A lot of the places in Arkham City are in this game. They are in Arkham Origins. A lot of areas are reused, reskinned. But it's Gotham City, what you expect. We had about half of Gotham City in Batman Arkham City, and now you've got another half of it. Like, there are some new areas. Like, I'll say this right now. Half the map is reused stuff, half of that map is new stuff. I'll say that right now. But I kind of like it for that, because it felt like I was still in the Arkhamverse, in my opinion. Because when I saw like Wonder Tower, the amusement mile, the casinos, when I saw the place, I was like, oh, I know where to go. Like, because I played Arkham City, I knew where to go in most of the game here. I never felt lost. I was like, all right, there. Where's that theater? It's not that far away from the museum. The museum's just down there. I knew where I was going. I really liked that aspect of things, because I knew where I was fucking going. I liked that. Now, as I said, reusing textures is not a big problem. I'm going to get to that in a minute or two, actually talking a little bit about a lot of the reused stuff in this game, but I'm not going to talk about it just here right now. So I'll say, if you've played the previous Arkham game, Arkham City, this will feel very familiar to you, because a lot of the stuff's very same, including a good chunk of the map. But even then, I don't mind it. It's still enjoyable. Gameplay's still the same. It's still your Batman gameplay. You've got your free-flowing combat, which is perfect. It's still as good as ever. You've got your Predator mode. You've also got a couple of new gadgets here or there. The only one that's brand spanking new is the shock gloves, and I don't even want to say the disruptor's new, because it's kind of like the remote electronic charge from Arkham City, but I'll say that's kind of new. Concussion grenade and remote back claw, which you get off of Deathstroke, which I'll get to in a minute. Trying to think, is there anything else I can talk about before I get into geeky shit? The game still looks good. It's still graphically good. It looks just as good as Arkham City, in my opinion. It's always snowing and all that kind of crap, but you can expect. There's also Enigma. He's in this game. The Riddler is in this game, not as prominently as he is in Arkham City, but he is in this game. What else? Voice actor. I have to comment on that, but do I comment on that? No. I'll talk about the voices. Now, Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill did not reprise their roles as Batman and Joker in this game. They didn't. Mark Hamill, obviously, because he did say that Arkham City would be his final performance, his swan song to the Joker in a way, especially how Arkham City ended, which, if you don't fucking know by now, Joker dies at the end of it. So, yeah, or dies. They'll never stay dead. So, yeah, like, as it says, Mark Hamill has stated that he would not do the Joker again unless it's like an animated version of the Killing Joke or something. I think DC are probably working on that. But Kevin Conroy has stated that he'll do Batman as long as he wants. And he has stated that he is already working on, for the past several months now, on a new Batman, on supposedly the sequel to Arkham. We believed it was Arkham Origins, but it isn't. So it's possibly that he's working on the sequel to the Arkham City. We don't know yet, but he's just saying he's working on it, apparently. So there are 2 new voices doing Joker and Batman. There are a couple of returning voice actors. Cobblepot's still voiced by Nolan North. The guy who voiced Mad Hatter still voices Mad Hatter. There are a couple of familiar voices here or there. As there's a lot of reused voices from Arkham City. There are a couple of voices that change. There's also a couple of voices from the animated series. I can't remember what the guy's name is. Braxton. It's Jim Gunn's partner from the animated series, and also in this game. He's voiced by the same guy from the series. But voice acting wise, did a fantastic. Everyone did a good job, but there isn't a bad voice actor in the mix. All the assassins were voiced by very well done people, and I got to give them props. I'm a little miffed that 3 characters in the game were not voiced by their original voice actors. Mark Hamill's Joker, Kevin Conroy's Batman, and Ron Perlman's Deathstroke. Deathstroke isn't voiced by Ron Perlman in this game, which is a major fucking bummer for me personally, because I absolutely love Deathstroke. in the Teen Titans cartoon series, and he's voiced by Ron Perlman in that. I wish he would have voiced it in this, but the guy who does Deathstroke does a good job. I think he's done other Deathstroke roles. I have heard his voice before, so I think he is possibly from other DC stuff when Ron Perlman isn't available to do it, because he's a big actor now. I will comment on Troy. Firstly, I said in my playthrough, I did a full playthrough of Arkham Origins, that I think that Troy Baker as Joker is a standout in this one. He did a fantastic fucking job in this game, I'm not going to lie. He did everything that Mark Hamill would have done, in my opinion. He does do his bit to try and impersonate Hamill's voice, but he does add his own little flair to the Joker's voice, making it a little bit deeper, adding a little bit more flair to his voice to make it his own in a way. But I will say that it does sound a lot like Mark Hamill, because he was emulating Mark Hamill. I don't know if maybe he got some tips from Mark Hamill, but he did do a good Joker in my opinion. He is a good Joker. He in my opinion, if Mark Hamill's going to be hanging up the hat for the Joker voice from now on, I would be happy if Troy Baker did the Joker from now on, because he did a really good fucking job in my opinion, and he did an outstanding Joker in my opinion, and I've got to give him props for that, because it's very difficult to get the character of the Joker right. Mark Hamill's the only actor so far to get it. That and maybe Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger as the live action Joker did a fucking amazing job, but if we're talking voice wise, nothing really compares to Mark Hamill's. The way that his Joker just inflates from pure giddiness and then psychotic anger. I can't even do it, and I'm not fucking even going to try it. But he does. That's something very difficult to get right, in my opinion. And Troy Baker does it well. He really does get that thing of how Joker goes from very energetic and he's, oh, I'm gonna kill y'all fuckers, to that little calm tone. You don't know whether to be afraid of the guy or laugh at the guy, because that's the way the Joker's meant to be. He's meant to make you feel uneasy. He's meant to be unpredictable, and his voice is meant to emulate that. And in my opinion, Troy Baker did that perfectly. Especially during a certain segment towards the end, which I'm not going to spoil for anyone. He did an exceptional job of doing that Joker story perfectly. So Troy Baker, you did a fantastic job. I highly doubt that you're watching it, and I would love to get an interview where you talk about this, but he did an outstanding job. That's all I've got to say. The guy who did Batman, he still needs a bit of work. He did a good job, and he wasn't horrible. He was still good, but Kevin Conroy. Troy Baker is the standout in this one, in my opinion, because did such an exceptional job as Joker. Such an exceptional job. And I'd be happy if he did Joker from now on. I'm going to say that right now. Who else? Deathstroke was alright. I said all the other voice actors whose name I can't fucking remember, I do apologise, did an absolute exceptional fucking job in every single one of the roles. And outstanding work, by the way. Absolutely fucking fantastic. What else? I don't think there's much else I can talk about without going into like my geeky stuff as usual, but I'll have to go into that now. Okay, here we go. I'm just thinking. I'm making sure I'm not forgetting anything. See, voice acting. Talk about graphics, gameplay, all that stuff. I don't really need to talk about. Any other way to talk about is the thing with the thing that everyone's going to be talking about for a while. Did Warner Bros. Montreal do a good job with Batman Arkham Origins? They did a good job. I think that they did the right thing, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people are saying that the new Batman Arkham Origins games is not very innovative. It doesn't change anything to make the Batman games better. How can you make the Batman games better? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with releasing a series of game. I'm okay with doing this. Like, when a lot of people are panning this game because they don't do too much to it. They don't change it. They don't take risks like Batman Arkham City did. Which even then, Arkham City didn't take a lot of risks. They added to the game to make it better, but if you compare it to Arkham Asylum, it didn't take a lot of risks. They kept the same core principles, but they added new wee things here or there into it. Same with Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins takes the Arkham City formula and keeps it basically the same, but adds a couple of new things here and there to make a little bit of twist. It doesn't change a lot. And I'm personally okay with that, because here's the thing. If it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Call of Duty franchise. I've made it no secret, But if you look at the mainstream reviewers out there, a lot of them are saying this. A lot of them will give, I guarantee Call of Duty Ghost will probably either get panned or it will get the exact same fucking story that Call of Duty got, because it's the exact same fucking game every goddamn fucking year. And yet they're complaining about this. A game that, in my opinion, is vastly superior to Batman Arkham, to any fucking Call of Duty out there. They're okay with that kind of repetitiveness, but this, they're not. What's the matter with them? What the fuck is wrong with you when you say that? I'm okay with the fact that Arkham Origins is not that much different from Arkham City. Do I know why? Because it's still a good game. You know what the main difference between Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Origins is? The story. I do apologise, I should have stuck this on silent when I had the chance. I do apologise. You know what the main difference is? Like, here's my personal time. I don't mind games that you reuse assets, as long as you reuse it to the right way and add something to the story. I'm a story guy, and then I can say this right now. The main difference between this, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City is the story. Sure, there are gameplay differences as well in certain aspects with gadgets, but overall, the main difference between those three games is the story. The continuation of the story. Now, they do add new stuff in it, and I like that, but what else did they add? Rocksteady. I guarantee the next Rocksteady Arkham game will probably reuse a shit ton of assets, but will have a different story and maybe add a couple new things here. That maybe we'll get to explore different aspects of the DC universe, which would be fucking amazing if we did. But in the long term thing, overall will be virtually identical to Arkham City, with subtle changes. Now, I can say I can guarantee that, but I could be completely wrong. But I can guarantee that they're going to take what made Arkham City good, add to it, but then it might not be innovative to a lot of people. Arkham Origins is not innovative. It doesn't add new things to make it. The only new thing that it adds is fast travel. Which, even then, the fast travel thing is a buggy as shit. I'll get to that in a minute. But it doesn't add a lot. Is that bad? For me? No. It isn't bad. I don't mind games reusing assets and changing things, adding a couple of new things, but the main thing I'm okay with, I could have a game series that has the same gameplay for each game that's came out, but the story's been different each time. And I'd be okay with that. Why? Know why? Because I'm in it for the story. I'm in it for the story of Batman. For example, the Arkham series. I'm in it for the story. I want to find out what happens. I want to see what all these little Easter eggs mean. I want to see what leads where. I want to see where this clue leads me, where that clue leads me. There are a couple of new things that they did add in Arkham Origins, such as the fast travel, and also the crime scene analysis thing, like rewinding time and all that kind of. I like that, by the way. I really do like that. That's a nice evolution of the detective mode. So hopefully Rocksteady take that from this game, because I think that's a nice evolution to the detective mode, which is always just fine as is. But I really do hope that they change that, keep that aspect from the detective mode in future Arkham games, because that was really, really fucking cool. Analysing the crime scene, I like that. But, as it says, a lot of people say it's not that innovative, and yet they won't fucking complain the fact that Call of Duty and Battlefield are the same fucking games every goddamn fucking year, and yet they get like 9 out of 10s from most mainstream gamers. And you wonder why I don't do rating systems. Look, I'm going to say this right now. Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, and Arkham City. Arkham Origins, if you've played Arkham fucking City, you've probably picked it up right now already. I'll say this right now. If you're looking for a groundbreaking new Batman game, you're not going to get it from Arkham Origins. If you're looking for something similar to Arkham City that has what made Arkham City great and adds a new story to it, then you'll like Arkham Origins. Stop bitching about fucking things being reused. It's gaming. Things get reused all the fucking time. Now, as it is, would I have liked to have seen maybe a couple more risks here or there? Yeah, I would have. I would have liked to have maybe seen more villains. I would have liked them to maybe make a bit of a bigger map. Maybe add some things to it. Make it a little bit more risky. But they didn't. They kept it safe, which, in all honesty, here's the thing. If they had taken risks, Warner Bros. Montreal did the smart thing, in my opinion. They kept what made the Arkham games good, and then made a couple of changes here or there. Added some things to it that they think may have made it a little bit better, and in a sense, most of what they added, in my opinion, makes the game a little bit better. The new detective mode is very well done. The fast travel is very useful, but it has caused major issues with bugs and all that, which I'll get to in a minute. But as I say, they've added some new things to it, but they've kept the overall formula of the Arkham game the same, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. They've added a new story. Fine, the story is great. The story is very well done. It's a good origin story for the Arkhamverse, in my opinion. It also hints at many times towards the future Arkham games, with subtle hints to Arkham Asylum, subtle hints to Arkham City. I really, really like that. I really, really do. And I like the fact that they didn't change everything. They only changed a few things and added a few things here or there, which I really, really liked. I do have a couple of gripes though. This game on all platforms is buggy as shit. They did not play test this game, I guarantee it. This game is buggy as shit. There are numerous game-breaking bugs that I came across. Now, lucky enough, I didn't come across a lot of them in my playthrough. In fact, I don't think I came across any, but I have heard other people who have come across countless game-breaking bugs, Angry Joe himself. However, there are game lockups, and this is present in my playthrough as well. The game locks up like a bitch. I am not fucking kidding you. This game locks up at cutscenes, fast travel points, random aspects of gameplay, and I have no idea what the fuck is causing it. Like, this isn't just on the Xbox version, it's on every version of the fucking game that's out there. The game fucking locks up, which you're running the risk. When the game locks up, there's a risk that you might lose some of your progress. I lost a good chunk of progress at one point during my playthrough. Not a massive chunk, not something that I had to, like, I was gonna go, over. I was like, fuck, I have to do that all over again. Oh well, let's go fucking do it. The game locks up as shit. They really need to patch this game right now. Like, right fucking now. The game is buggy as shit. And it really pisses me off, the fact that this game has good, everyone else is fine in it, just the fact that it's buggy as shit. I even came across a bug when I was trying out the New Game Plus mode where you're supposed to change costumes. It couldn't read my fucking costumes. It came up like a programming part, basically saying that data couldn't be found, which I was like, they're right fucking there. I have the fucking costumes. Where the fuck are they? I wanted to wear my Batman Noel outfit. I wanted to be Batman in Christmas. It looked cool. There's a leather cape and anyway, didn't like that. Buggy as shit. They need to sort it out. And I have another complaint. The New Game Plus mode. Now, if you follow me on Twitch, you know I streamed the New Game Plus mode a wee while ago. They fucked up the New Game Plus mode. Now, not in the way that your content is saved, like your Enigma trophies, your side missions, your challenges, they're fine. They're all done. Well, not the side missions, the Enigma challenges and your challenges. Dark Knight challenges, as they're called in this game, are done. You have to do the side content again, but it's done like that. They fucked up on the gadgets. In Batman Arkham City with the New Game Plus mode, you had every fucking gadget in the game when you did New Game Plus mode. In Arkham Origins, you don't. You don't get. How do you fuck up New Game Plus mode? Simple rule of New Game Plus mode. Whatever shit you had when you beat the game in normal mode and the New Game mode, you get in New Game Plus mode. That includes gadgets, challenges, and upgrades. They take away they give you the starting gadgets again. They give you the starting gadgets, and you have to wait until you get the rest of the gadgets. You have the upgrades for them, but you don't have the gadgets. Where's the sense in that? What were they fucking thinking? Why do that? Did they no fucking play the New Game Plus mode in Arkham City? Arkham City, New Game Plus mode. Every gadget, you do what you want, the game's a little fucking harder. With the New Game Plus mode in this game, you don't have every gadget, so it makes the game a little bit more tricky and also fucking eats up time. You should have every gadget in New Game Plus mode. That's not an if but or what, that's a necessity. New Game Plus mode, you have everything you have when you beat Arkham City and Arkham Origins. You don't. You should have that. Now, I don't know if that's a glitch. If it is a glitch, they need to fucking fix it. Or if it's just something that they decided. If they did decide to do that, they're fucking dicks. You don't do that with a New Game Plus mode. New Game Plus mode, you have everything you had when you beat the game previously. That is how New Game Plus mode works. That is how it works, you fucking morons. And in all honesty, it takes the enjoyment out of New Game Plus mode for me. I beat Arkham City 8 times. I don't even know if I'll probably beat the New Game Plus mode in Batman Arkham Origins for this simple reason: I don't have every gadget, which means I can't do what I want to. Which, I'll probably still beat it. I won't beat it as quickly though. Because I want to give a try of the I Am the Night mode, which is the new mode that they added in to this game, which is basically one save. You die, gone, start all over, bitch. Which, by the way, I like that. I like that they added that thing. It's a more like a Batman thing. You have to be Batman in I Am the Night mode, or you die. No resets, no redos. You're dead. I want to try that mode out to see if I can beat it. But instead, I have to beat New Game Plus mode first, which is shite. Now, I don't have to worry about the Enigma trophies. I don't have to worry about the side content. I can get them done like that. What I'm worried about is the fact that I don't have my gadgets. I should have every gadget I had in the game after I beat Arkham Origins, and I don't. Because they're dicks. That's another gripe I've got with the game, and I think they need to either patch it or fix that, because you should have every gadget in New Game Plus mode, and you don't. Now, I don't know if that was a design choice, but it's a shitty design choice. In New Game Plus mode, you have everything you had when you beat the game. Simple as. Right. Now comes to the question. Do I think Batman Arkham Origins is worth it? I'm going to say it right now. For me personally, Batman Arkham Origins is worth it. Batman Arkham Origins, while it is still buggy, while there's not a lot of innovation in the game, if you are a fan of the Arkham series, it does the series justice. If you liked Arkham City, you will like Arkham Origins. I personally think it's very fine the way it is. I picked it up and I do not regret my purchase. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed my playthrough. Buggy as shit, but I still enjoyed my playthrough and I had an absolute ball playing it. Everything in the game was as I expected it to be. I still had fun and I do not regret my purchase. However, I'm going to say this right now. If you're thinking this game's going to be a groundbreaking game and a new innovation in gaming and all that crap, it's not. It's basically the same as Arkham City, only with a new story and a couple of new gadgets here or there. That's all it has. But in my opinion, it's still worth playing. The story alone makes this game worth playing it. I enjoyed it and everyone should experience it. If you're a Batman fan, you have to pick this game up. It is still a great game in my opinion. Is it a Game of the Year contender like Arkham City? Probably not. But I still enjoyed it. I still think it's worth picking up. If you haven't picked it up already and you're waiting for my opinion, here's my opinion. Go and pick it up if you haven't already. That's all I've got to say on it. While it's not that great and very innovative, it's still enjoyable, it's still fun, and I still think that it is a welcome origin story to the Batman Arkham series, and I enjoyed every fucking minute of it. Okay? Now, if you want me to give it a score, like all those mainstream cunts out there, allow me to give it a score. I give Batman Arkham Origins a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 point 86333276438964376437776433987643699943277643998437645 5821 out of 10. There's my score if you want it. I don't do scores, okay? That's a joke, by the way. If you didn't get all the numbers at the end, that was a joke. A shit joke, but still a joke. But thanks for watching. As always, I can happily say that Batman Arkham Origins is worth it. Go and pick it up if you haven't already. And as always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92, and I'll see you in the next Worth It or Not. Ciao for now.